Hello, everybody. This is Rich, and you're watching my YouTube channel where I play tabletop RPGs with friends. This is the second part in a two-parter of the Monsters of the Week RPG. Now, this is an Apocalypse Engine game, and this is the revised edition that was just released a few weeks ago. It's by Michael Sands, and it is brilliant. I really like the changes and updates that have been made to the game. The character sheet is super snazzy. And it's the same old monster hunting goodness themed around shows like Supernatural and Buffy, and maybe even a little bit of Dresden in there as well. I'm happy because I'm not running the game either. I'm not the keeper, as it's called. Our wonderful, horrific, gory gore master keeper is none other than Alex. So I will hand the baton to Alex, and he will pick us up for the ultimate confrontation.
Hi. Yes, we last left off with our heroes in some dire situations. I believe we had our chosen one sadly falling, possibly being taken over by the bug hive queen in the sewers, and then cut off behind a big wall of oozing, possessed monsters and slime and giant maggots, leaving our heroes in a pretty bad situation. Eric, I believe, was holding in his own guts. Branwen was, I think, had escaped her being sucked into the ceiling, slightly painfully, with like basically exploding her and the ceiling. Morgan was reasonably unscathed, except for having Vincent land on her at one point. And Vincent managed to walk into a police station and have them notice he was carrying a gun when he tried to call in a favor from the police. So the police were chasing after him into the sewers as well. So it wasn't looking good. And I think, should we have a little quick introduction from each character? Starting with Morgan.
Yes, my name is Morgan, and I've been around for a while. I am, I'm a fan of Vincent. Let's say he does remind me of an old lover, and well, unfortunately, I'm quite sad that Ty has expired because I did quite like him. Eric is an interesting fellow, a bit sad, and since I do happen to feed upon emotions of that kind, he is a bit of a buffet. But I do actually like him as well. And then there's Branwen, who is wonderful because she's in my way. But that's all right.
And Branwen?
Yes, I'm Branwen, 23 years old. I'm the spellslinger, and Ty is my boyfriend, and I'm absolutely heartbroken because I'm not sure what happened to him, and so I'm sort of hoping that he would still be alive and come back. So there's more for you to feed, Morgan. All the sadness.
Oh, yes, thank you.
She says happily.
And Eric?
Yes, I'm Eric, the wronged, and I am a bit of a loner, and yes, since I lost my wife several years back, and just been hunting werewolves. And Ty was my nephew, so it's a bit sad that he disappeared in the last episode. And I like hanging out with Morgan because I feel a little better around her.
For some reason?
For some reason, I don't know. But I also like to just dwell in depression and darkness and read dark poems and play dark music. At the moment, because I almost got killed. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. I'm guessing letting another of your loved ones die, possibly dead, is not going to help that depression.
Nope.
And we're going to jump forward a little bit in time. In the escape from the sewers, because it looked, you were cut off from Tyler, and it looked like maybe he was a goner anyway. The monsters and slime and ooze and was closing in. You managed to get out by the skin of your teeth. Somehow Eric managed to summon the strength to keep moving, with probably a little bit of help from his friends, even though he was holding in his own insides. And Vincent has disappeared in the chaos. He took the car with him. We don't know if he was helping draw away the monsters and the police, or was he saving his own skin? We don't know. You've not heard from him in the last hour or so. Where did you guys run to? Where did you to regroup, to catch your breath and replan?
What do we have nearby? Is there anything we know?
Well, you have your own abodes, your own houses and flats. Would you choose that as a location?
I think maybe I need medical attention pretty quickly.
Well, as soon as we settle down somewhere, I will try to heal you. Maybe we should go to Ty's place.
It is close.
Yeah.
So yeah, so you're ending up at Ty's place. It's all the things of his littered around.
I think also Eric would have done some DIY surgery on himself with some gaffer tape.
Of course he would. What is that is a move, I believe.
Yes.
How many harm do you actually have?
I
5.
believe, yes.
I thought I had 7, but then we forgot about armor that I have. My leg was thick, so it would protect me a little.
Would someone like to roll her?
Oh, right.
With cool?
I can do that.
Her cool is
1.
1.
Okay.
What have you done? Let's see.
That's 5. That's 5. It doesn't
see.
help if I will try to help
What
him.
happens?
I'm having a little bit.
Where does it say where it
Yes.
where it fails?
Yeah. As you're getting in there, Eric is refusing help at first and just trying to fix himself up and just grabbing gaffer tape, slapping it over his wounds, and he's just making a mess of it. It's just blood is just pumping out through his fingers all over Ty's sofa where he's slumped, and he's just starting to kind of go pale and black out, taking another harm.
Oh no! That's
Down to
I'm
6.
not doing your rolling.
Oops. I thought it was safe trying to.
Can I try to heal him now? If it...
he's kind of swimming in and out of consciousness, but it's up to Eric.
Yeah. If it won't hurt me anymore.
Well, it's magic, so you never know what happens. But I at least get +3 for that roll. Actually, +4.
Oh, whoa.
So, well, because my weird is 3, and I have the +1. So that's
Snake eyes.
Oh no, don't say that. Here goes. Ha! That's 14. So that should do something. Whew.
Yeah, you, how do you heal?
I am using magic, dude. I just close my eyes and I imagine all those wounds, how they were before they actually happened. And it's kind of like reversing it a little bit back to being better. If you kind of like take a look, you can actually see it reversing a little bit, going backwards. The whole thing, kind of like a little bit of blood drops goes back.
Yeah, where his wounds are, where it was all just torn up. It's like just the dried blood, and the skin underneath is just heavily bruised, but unbroken. He's now stabilized, and he's just got 3 harm total now, and he's yeah, it's painful to breathe, Eric, but you can actually move and function now.
That's good.
And you're back to full consciousness.
That's much better.
Feels good. Oops.
Morgan, all this, do you feel very energized at the moment? When you draw from people, how does it affect them?
I'd like to say that my powers do help to alleviate the sorrow, but unfortunately, it doesn't. I feed and their sadness continues.
How does it affect you? Do you just feel... Does it make you happy? Does it make you full?
I try not to let it show because it's very rude, but it is a feeling of elation. I crave it. It is wonderful.
You are feeling very elated then. There is a lot of despair to go around and grieving. You probably are really struggling not to smile.
What makes it worse is that normally I do not share in the sadness, and so I really keep myself composed, but now I am all mixed up. I do miss Ty.
Oh, yeah. If Tyler did get possessed, it did seem that his little sister, the previous queen of the swarm, did retain knowledge. So the new one would know this location.
That's true.
What are you planning? You don't seem to know a way of defeating this creature, and
we lost our chosen. Yes, thanks for reminding us. That was helpful. We need to understand what its weakness is.
Do you think we could find some information if we go to the library? Try to look into the section where there might be some information about old monsters and things. Just, fairy tales and stuff.
I'd actually like to Short my memories for something relevant to the case at hand. Perhaps I've run into something similar.
Perhaps you have.
So I, with my advance, have purchased one of the advances, Dark Past, which is actually part of the Expert, a playbook not in Blizzard. With this move, I can roll weird, and luckily my weird, I'm quite weird, +3. Let's see.
But you're quite weird, so that ends up with a...
It's an 8, a mixed result. With an 8, I may ask one question. The questions... When I dealt with this creature of one of its kind, what did I learn? What black magic do I know that could help here? Do I know anyone who might be behind this? And who do I know who can help us right now?
Oh, and you were personally complicit in creating this situation.
What? Oh, yes, well, there is that. Yeah, that's a miss, though.
No, that's... Oh, yes, that is. Sorry.
Sorry, I was not complicit in this one. Other tragedies you can place upon me, not this one. Sorry. I think it would be interesting if I knew what black magic do I know that could help here.
What black magic? Oh. Well, you know, you've had many acquaintances in your life. In fact, your lover from way back, a practitioner in the dark arts, he had he knew certain spells that you never learned how to do yourself, but somebody skilled in magic could definitely use. The spell itself was a it was a way to absorb a parasite and retain control. To like take in, it was a certain tribes of magi used to absorb like vampirism without the vampirism taking over the powers of a werewolf, but with full control, say. It is quite dark magic, though.
Well, oh, well, dark is just political. So you're saying that if I could perform that magic, or if I could reach out to my former lover, that perhaps if we had a sample, we could equal the Queen in power?
You could possibly have one of the maggots in you to access the hive mind yourself without being possessed. Or if you took the actual hive queen, maybe you could take control of the actual swarm without losing yourself.
If I took control of the swarm, and I understand if this sounds experimental, but could it free tie?
He is unsure how. It's a question of time, how long he is possessed.
Understand.
Poor Elsie was was weeks under the control of the Queen, and she was hollowed out. There was no going back for her. But maybe. Tai is very strong. His body would be very resilient. But, yeah.
We should go to the library. I assume that the Queen within Tai will send minions here. I don't expect that if we stay, we will be able to meet Tai and face him.
Elsie definitely had amplified strength, and she was not a chosen one.
Don't scare us. Before we go, I will go and I'll take one of his hoodies and I just put it on because of reasons.
Has any of you talked yet about the kind of elephant in the room where Vincent went?
Oh,
You did
right.
get to...
Well, my mind was a little bit preoccupied with trying to save his life and then try not to crash. You know, I'm so sad. So I wasn't thinking about Vincent, but since you brought it up, what the hell is Vincent? Should we be worried about him, or should we be angry with him for saving his own skin and just leaving us behind?
I don't see why we should be angry with him. He's weaker than the rest of us.
What is important is to find out what happened to Tyler.
There is
We have to get him back.
a slight chance that we may be able to perform some magic to pull the power away from Tai, but we will need to do it quickly. I would like more information before we perform this.
Well, anything. We have to do anything to get him back.
Oh, I fear that we're not going to see him anymore. But we can still save some other innocent lives if we try to find out about this monster.
This spell that you remember, it would be big magic. You would definitely need supplies, and you would need one of the parasites, of course, to infect yourself with while doing the spell.
Okay. So how do we find out about this spell? Like,
well, the spell
we know this?
is something that Morgan knew about.
Oh yeah.
But it's I assume she only brought up now because it's, you know, purposefully infecting yourself with one of these parasites. It's
I think Eric would be okay being sacrificing himself.
I appreciate your offer, Eric, I do. And I'm loath to volunteer myself, but I do think you're a bit too weak to withstand the pressures of it. I do not recommend that you be the host.
Yeah.
I think
Eric, you've got, your mouth is kind of got a bit of blood in there. You might want to spit that out.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Eric, for sharing.
I'm sure I'll be strong enough in a couple of days.
We don't have a couple of days.
So are you going to head to the library, or are you you want to find out more about this creature, or are you wanting to go? Is this spell your goal?
I think that we could spend a bit more time learning more information. Also, I'd like to locate Vincent. We may need him.
Yes.
Yeah, there might
We
be
need
some other
to-
way to stop the monster.
Any attempt to ring Vincent at this time, you just get just no answer.
So what if we go to the library and keep trying to get a hold of Vincent, and hopefully he will be back soon because we need him.
Yes.
And any
Yeah.
information we can find out will probably help us. Oh no, we just lost Eric too.
He's a bit faint. He probably just needs to. There we go.
Yay.
Oh,
He's
sorry,
back.
I think I blacked out for a bit. I'm not sure if it's safe to drive a motorcycle.
Yeah, you're feeling a little bit. You're getting bouts of wooziness.
Well, the library can't be that far, right? So we could just walk in there.
It's when you get onto the streets, you hear like some distant sounds of commotion, and there's a few people on the street who kind of are hurriedly walking away from kind of the police station section of town, and you can actually see a pillar of smoke in that direction.
That can't be anything good.
It's it's just
Do we want-
a 5-minute walk the opposite direction to the library.
So do we want to go check out what's going on at the police station, or should we just go to the library?
To give you a quick recap, the police station was situated literally right above where Tyler got
Yeah.
Oh no, Tyler.
Well, I think since I'm still a bit weak, maybe I should go to the library
Yes,
in
we
case
need the
there's
information.
You
something
hear
I
a
can't fight.
distant gunshot.
Okay, to the library.
Yeah, you as you're working your way there, a police car careens around the corner and zooms past, and siren blaring towards the police station. And other than that, the streets, the road seemed quite clear of cars. Anyway, you get to the library, and there's the woman behind the counter is kind of on her phone, reading something and looking very frowning and like, looking very worried.
Okay, so who of us have most knowledge of where to find stuff in the library? Do we just go to that section, or how to fight goo?
Well, I will just go to that woman. And where do we find the books? All that folklore and, well, that kind of like, yeah, folklore.
She's like kind of looking up and then back down on her phone. What?
Folklore, that sort of thing, like the ancient wisdom and fairy tales, that sort of thing.
There's a new age section.
Okay, that'll do.
And she goes back to, you can kind of just see that she's like reading a news feed.
Oh, there has to be some computer that will tell us more where to find the books that we want.
There is a little IT computer section with a a printer set up at one corner and a row of 5 computers. They don't look particularly new ones, but you know.
Well, they will probably
They'll
do. So I'll go there and try to see where the books about any folklore and such things would be situated in.
Investigating.
Yes. Investigate a mystery. That's sharp roll. That's 9.
So you do find books, but what do you find from the books when you kind of locate them?
So can I ask one of these questions, or do we need a second roll to find anything in the books?
No. You get to ask one of the questions.
Well, obviously, what can hurt it?
Well, it seems lightning. It is no, not lightning.
Yes, lightning. That would be.
No. That was you just misread. You just read the sentence above and
lightning makes it worse.
Yeah. Lightning. Lightning is can hurt the maggots, definitely, but the queen itself is much more hardy and resistant. But fire, burning.
I knew I should have taken that magic instead.
So, how do we do? How do you do this without hurting anyone else?
The book you find, by the way, is it's a old German fairy tale book with but you can see parallels with the monster in the story.
Cool.
This seems to be the best information you can come across.
Okay, so now we need to find something to do with fire we can use as a weapon against it. So we can torch it.
You hear another siren go by outside.
Oh.
I think fire should be a fallback option. Any damage that we do to Ty's body will still be there.
Yeah, and we might also hurt other people if we use fire. So, fire or magic?
I think magic, and if that fails, then fire.
So,
You need to capture a parasite.
Oh, we have to go back down there.
I need some supplies as well. Where do I think I could find these supplies that I need for this?
Well, there's a kind of a vegan food store which people in the know that it's basically a front for magical supplies and such.
I thought you were going to say it's a vegan grocery store thing that sells maggots. Nice.
Oh, well, they do sell some maggots, but of the more traditional variant.
not for eating, obviously.
Well,
So how?
they don't judge there. A little bit.
Morgan, you say we need a parasite. Do we need like one of those maggots, or what do we actually need? Do we have to go back there?
We need to gather supplies. We should head to the vegan food supply store known as the Native Sun.
Okay.
And then we will need to capture a parasite. I will need your assistance in the magic, I believe. And Eric.
Yes.
Just so worried about your wounds. Is there anything I can do to help with his wounds, or is the magical healing that was done all that can be done?
I think you could get a little bit more magical healing in there.
I can also heal myself a little bit more.
You're less woozy now, so you might be a little bit better at the DIY.
Oh, and maybe I should heal myself too, because I have 3 harm as well.
I'm not a fan of you trying to heal yourself again, Eric. I think whatever it is you did with the duct tape was not very successful.
Well, it has worked before, but yeah, I guess.
I mean, that
had my guts hanging out before.
Like fainting halfway through doing his own DIY.
I think we should
a fully conscious Eric is probably much more capable.
But I'm okay with if you want to try to heal me.
All right, I'll do that. Oh, dreadful. Just an 8, which means that I do heal you, but...
So you healed one more.
I choose a glitch, and you will decide as the keeper the effect the glitch will have. So the effect is that you heal 1 harm, and the magic draws immediate unwelcome attention.
Oh no.
I need to move out of here anyway. This place is very stinky.
There's the magic.
How much harm,
I think you were healed up to 3, so now you just have 2 harm total.
Okay.
So you're just a little, bruised and battered now, but...
Yeah.
No.
Thanks, that helped a little bit.
There's like little cuts and bruises and stuff, but kind of die-hard action hero, end of the film level.
So can I try and heal myself a bit too? Just in case.
Just so you know, Morgan's magic, there was a little bit excess, and so there was a big flash of light.
Oh, so I should save my healings for later. Probably we should go now.
Oh. Who knows?
I will try and heal myself as soon as we are back somewhere where not everybody's looking at what's going on.
Fine to drive now, so if we're gonna take my bike, but then I guess I left it. Yeah.
Well, we have to go back to the parasites anyway.
Yeah.
So
we're going to the shop first. Get your supplies.
Yeah.
As you head out into the street, you can see a manhole cover just like slowly just kind of getting pushed up and just oozing out from around the manhole cover. Green slime.
Oh no.
Oh, we should hurry.
Yeah. And I'm like having very hard time not to cry because I'm thinking that might be part of Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Morgan, you just grin suddenly.
I'm happy I don't say that.
Sorry.
You receive a text message from Vincent saying he's on his way.
It's about time.
Who would he text?
He would text Branwen, I think.
Yes, because I've been texting, where are you? I need you!
I think he's still a little bit creeped out, I think, by Morgan and her affection. Dun dun dun.
Ooh, babies.
As the sole owner of a love letter, Vincent, would you like to roll it?
Would you like to read it aloud so the...
Yes. I could not vouch for the quality of this love letter. It's my first ever one, but here we go.
There we go. I've got it.
Yeah. Do you want to read it, or?
Sure. Vincent, roll plus sharp. On a 10 plus, you called in all the favors to get the family or police to come to the rescue at a time of your choosing. On a 7 to 9, choose what's coming back to bite you in the arse. Demon or crime lord. On a miss, oh dear, oh dear. Let's see. That seems good.
Yes.
Let's see. What was it drawing on again? Plus sharp. And
I think you have a 1.
that's a 10 then.
That's a 10.
Yay.
Nice.
So you've been busy.
Yes, apparently.
So I assume you Branwen just got your text that's saying you were on your way, and they I mean, do you Branwen, do you tell them where you're going? Do you know where you're going?
Yeah. Yes, that was the name. Wait, I am going to go to the chat and check what the name was again.
Yes. Oh, and quickly to give you a quick recap, you, in the chaos of Ty being possibly possessed, you all escaped the sewer somehow. You disappeared with the car for a while. They didn't really know if you'd run off to save your own ass or if you tried to draw away the creatures and monsters as like a bigger target. But then you said you were on your way in the text. And Branwen, you were texting him back?
Yes, I was texting. Where are you? I need you.
I make haste.
And Vincent, how do you is that a word? Is that a sentence you are very happy to hear?
Yes. Yes, I am.
So they're at the they were just leaving the library. Oh, I mean, how far? Who have you been like trying to get as help? And so where were you been? It's about an hour and a half maybe since the sewer incident.
I think I went to get some help from the family. Things are going to shit.
Yeah. I don't know if Ty would have approved of that.
It's going to be bad for business if it goes to shit as much as it seems to.
So where do you are heading to? The text you get is that they're heading to the vegan store, I don't think you would know why. I don't think you would be the kind of person in the know in this situation. But yeah, they're heading for the vegan store. So, but I think you've seen it at least, with weirdos hanging around.
I think Morgan might have sent another text message to Vincent as well. About where we're going.
Yeah. So,
Or did she?
I think she did, yes. So, yeah, you guys going through the streets, seeing more people kind of hurriedly running away from the distant sounds of gunfire and smoke that's coming up from the direction of the police station. You run away from that ooze that was starting to come out of the sewer.
Eric is going ahead to the police station to get back and check out stuff while it's going to the shop.
And Eric is going to get his is running off separately to get his motorbike and scout out the police station. We will hear from him at a later time.
Well, before he goes, I will just if you did happen to leave your motorcycle near to the parasites, grab one of them too. We need a parasite.
And Bran shouts to Eric as he leaves to, if you happen to see a parasite along the way, grab one. Yes. So Morgan and Bran, you arrive at the something. I forgot the name.
Native Son.
The Native Son. The door is just wide open and doesn't seem like there's anyone serving.
That's not good. Let's go inside. Be wary.
Yes. You do know what you need, right?
Yes.
He does, yes. What do you need specifically from the store? Oh, car pulls up outside. Enter Vincent.
Vincent, I'm glad you're well. Are you alright? Do you need me to heal you?
I'm fine. Thanks. How are all of you doing? That was intense.
Yeah, well, we gotta do whatever it takes to get Ty back. I'm very upset, obviously. You did say what happened to him, right?
Yes.
So, where did you go?
Would anyone like a recap?
Oh no, poor Tyler.
Tyler was last seen with the queen maggot thing climbing down his throat in a quite painful looking way. Then just as a wall of ooze of monsters kind of separated you, you saw him smiling. And that's when you ran. Oh, and by the way, Morgan is occasionally grinning from ear to ear and then trying to hide it. Because there's a lot of grief and sadness going around, and she keeps on getting kind of spikes of euphoria.
I thought we'd lost Ty.
Don't say that. Don't say that. We have to get him back. He's the chosen one.
Yes, and because I went to find some help.
Okay. We have some backup then?
Possibly.
Okay. Well, okay, that's good. Right? It's good.
Well,
yes, of course it's good. Thank you, Vincent. That's very helpful.
You're welcome. I hope.
So, while you were getting help, Morgan here suddenly remembered a spell that we could use to hurt that thing, and that is why we're here. She knows what we need to get for that spell.
Yes.
Okay. Is
There
it?
are some rare ingredients that I kept here. The purveyors of this shopping market are helpful to those who understand magic. There is some mandrake we will need here, as well as a few herbs and spices that cannot be easily found. We will need to capture one of the parasites, one of the maggots, most likely.
Well, I didn't clean out my trunk yet.
You still have that. Ew. Well,
I-
yay. We need it. So,
I'm not sure if it's still alive. I didn't check on it to be.
okay, if we can do that once we're done the shopping. Oh, and we did go to the library. Apparently fire will hurt it, so we need something to torch with the thing with. So
I seem to be low on flamethrowers, I'm afraid.
oh, well, we gotta get something.
Yes. I might be able to. I might know a guy.
Okay. By the way, where did your friend go? The one who was supposed to know everything about those. The one that.
Oh, you missed out on that. He didn't make it.
Well, did he at least have some useful information before he went? Oh, I can't believe I just said that. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit heartbroken and don't really think straight. He didn't go there.
That's quite all right. I'm afraid that he wasn't able to tell us very much because the thing inside the factory sort of started spilling out of the shields when he got there.
Okay.
And
One piece of information you did learn was that killing the queen
yes,
would disband the horde. They would become mindless and uncontrolled.
but
But Tyler is the queen now.
is
We
he?
can't kill him.
But we don't want to kill him.
No, we don't. No. No.
Do we want to? How do we get the queen out of there?
I
Do we-
don't know. Morgan, is your spell going to do that?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good.
If we work quickly, then Ty should be strong enough to survive, and then the two of you lovers, will be reunited. It's important that we do this.
Yes, I completely agree. Let's do it.
I'll gather the necessary supplies, and then let's work together to try to capture one of those creatures.
I think you might need to act under fire to collect all this stuff, because I mean, it wasn't that far away when you saw the ooze coming out of the sewer. You don't know if you've been followed or not, or how much time you have.
Can I help her, since this is sort of my
we have
area
one of
too?
you do the collecting and one of you can help.
I will help Morgan. So help out is cool, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's a 7. Barely made it.
So you're getting a +1.
That's good. That will make up for my -1.
Oh crap.
I'm very good at acting under pressure. It's just things happen to go wrong when I do. It's not my fault. Oh, see, there you go. A 7. Thanks to
She
your help.
says, cool.
Yes. Okay, you starting to, you've nearly got everything. When you start to notice underneath one of the doors, slime starting to push through, and then a thud against the kind of backroom door. That's where the shelves are with the last ingredient you need. Just beside that door. You've got everything except for that one ingredient, and you're not going to find it anywhere else.
I have some good news. It seems that we may have a maggot here. Now, if the rest of you could capture it while I get the last ingredient, that would be very helpful. Probably
Okay.
right here.
Vincent? Ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Do we have anything we can capture it with? Like a bucket or something?
There's another loud thump on that back
Okay.
door.
Okay, we gotta work now.
Blanket.
I will take one of the plastic bags because, you know, it's a shop. There has to be a plastic bag.
One of the hinges pings off the door and just flies across the room.
Okay, that maggot is very large and strong.
I don't think it's just a maggot.
No.
Perhaps you just burn it while I get the last ingredient.
I don't have anything to start fire with.
What?
Can't you do
need
it
to
with
learn better
magic?
magic.
No, I can do lightning.
I think you
That's
could
close
use
enough.
magic.
Yeah, well, I can do basic use magic. Yes, I can do that. Okay.
So are you just firing that at the door? That's still closed at the moment. I mean, not for very long.
No. Vincent or Morgan, can one of you open the door? And as soon as you do that, I will try to put some fire on it.
I got it.
Okay.
And is anyone going for the ingredient first or after? At the same time as you do the spice spell?
But they have a job. I have a job. I'm gathering the ingredient.
So yeah, you're getting all the ones that are easy to get.
Yes.
Wait, Morgan, do you want to try and get in before I start burning that thing or after?
I think after, because the burning could be an impediment to my progress.
Okay.
An impediment, really.
Let's do it then.
All right, I'm going.
Okay, here goes nothing.
And as soon as he's opening the door, I will try to burn it.
Okay.
That's an 8. Thank God.
Do I need to roll anything for opening the door?
You don't need to do anything for opening the door. You masterfully open the door. It was a stupendous effort. It was great. We all applaud you. As the door opens, it's like a jelly getting pushed through a nozzle full of creatures. You can see some sort of demon monkey and a strange, almost human alligator, and something furry with lots of legs, all just pushing through as the fire hits them, and the goo kind of ignites, almost like napalm, and it's just spilling across the floor, and you hear like kind of shriveled shrieking from the ooze, or from the things within the ooze. And just behind that little pool of fire and ooze is kind of encircled around that shelf is that's where your ingredient is, just behind the fire. Currently untouched by the fire.
I guess I'm reaching through, pushing through as quickly as I can, hoping that I don't get too burnt.
Yeah. Act under pressure.
Act under fire.
Yes.
All right, hold on.
And of course, you have a very high cool. Well,
That was the -1, right?
oh,
This is just not fair. I don't like fire. It's very nasty.
that's
All right, let's see. Good, a 7.
yeah. You are gonna have to put your hand through the fire to get that. I mean, it's yeah. It's. Do you just go for it?
I'm going for it.
Yeah. As you kind of pull the ingredient back, it's slightly smoking and your sleeve is on fire. You take a 0 damage. It's just a minor singe, and your beautiful top that you're wearing is just kind of gone to the elbow, just kind of tattered. You know, the ensemble is ruined.
That's cruel. It's cruel and unusual.
Yeah, the ooze is it's kind of collapsing the pile, but the creatures are climbing out of it. Some of them still on fire and kind of just writhing around, but the furry thing somehow only slightly on fire, kind of pulls itself out of the ooze towards you. It's 7, 8, 9 legs, kind of twitching and using the kind of shelves to pull itself forward. And you can't see a face in the fur, but you can hear it clicking.
Clicking.
Yeah.
Oh. So it's talking to us, probably swearing. So it's not on fire?
It's slightly on fire. There's little patches that are kind of smouldering, and you've got all your ingredients.
We need a parasite.
Oh yeah, you did have something in the boot.
Yeah, I got something in the trunk.
Okay. So let's
I'm not sure if it's still alive. If it's not, we'll have to keep looking.
Well, then we're gonna come back here, but for now, let's just get out of here.
Yes, that seems like a good idea.
Morgan, are you all right?
No, I'm not all right. Have you seen what has happened to my sleeve?
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I noticed you're not wearing any makeup on your arms.
Well, I didn't expect to be showing bare arms. It's a bit scandalous. Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah. As you depart the store, you can see the creature kind of like knocking over shelving and boxes and stuff as it scrambles through the store, kind of awkwardly trying to get towards you. The kind of lizard thing is also kind of just pulling itself only like by one arm, and it's fully on fire. It's just like sliding itself through the kind of napalm, kind of blackening. Out onto the street, you can see Vincent's car there, parked up.
Okay.
Across 2 spots, of course.
Of course.
So, Vincent, let's go check if that thing is still alive.
Okay. So, if it's not, that's bad, right?
Yes. So don't kill it if it's still alive.
Okay.
So where are you going to head to? Are you? It's probably not the best situation just to try preparing the spell right here.
I'm not the spellslinger here.
Well, we could drive somewhere a little bit more secluded, not just in the downtown area.
Yes, let's
Just
go
in
to the
case.
shop. I need to change anyway. This will be the perfect opportunity. As long as we can keep the maggot contained. It's a very nice shop. I don't want anything untoward happening to the merchants.
You can hear the roaring of a motorcycle engine coming in, approaching in the
I
distance.
recognize it. Is it Eric?
It's quite possibly Eric.
Sounds like it.
Eric, could you do an act under pressure roll and see if you managed to get a maggot or not?
Yeah. Someone wants to roll for me?
Yep.
I did so badly last time. I think Jan has been doing very greatly. So
Sure. I'll do it.
Okay, +1.
Then you're on 11.
Yeah, Eric, you managed to beat to death a. You actually came across an infected werewolf there. Amongst all the chaos, there was people running. There was police shootout, fighting these slime monsters. Anyway, you managed to beat to death a werewolf and cut out the maggot from its stomach. Yeah, I'll leave it to the other people to tell you that it wasn't needed. Yeah, you arrived. What did you put the maggot in, by the way?
I put it in like a handkerchief. That's the only
The
thing I
maggots
had.
are quite big. They're about a foot
okay.
long.
How big, like?
Kind of like in a handkerchief, like a hot dog. Just like hang.
So do we now have 2 parasites?
It seems like you might have 2 parasites.
That
I
depends
guess I
on.
put it in my the bike bag thing.
Yeah. As Eric pulls up, you can see the bike bag kind of wriggling a bit.
Oh,
And then there's
perfect.
like a bit of
I got
green
one.
ooze dribbling out of it.
So at least we now have 1 live one.
I had to take down this really hard werewolf, and I managed to get this out of him. So that's good.
Yeah, let's use that.
Yeah, I will just whisper to Vincent and work on. Let's use that one. Let's not tell him that we might have had another one. So let's not talk about the one in the trunk.
I had consent.
I think I pulled a stitch.
Excellent work, Eric. Thank you so much.
Okay. Are we all set? Do we need to do something else, Morgan, before we can, or you can do the spell?
Yeah. The window of the shop smashes and the hairy, multi-limbed thing kind of falls, rolling into the street. Bumps against the hood of the car.
Do we want to flee or do we want to kill it? We gotta decide now.
there is a multitude, a host we would need to face. I think we should stay focused on the queen.
Okay, let's get into the car. Right?
By all means, get in.
Yes.
I'll follow on the
Ready
bike.
to go.
So yeah, the thing is still pretty kind of dazed and confused and smouldering from the fire.
Oh, Vincent, you can drive over it.
I will.
Act under pressure. I think you got driver now, so didn't you get a
I
plus
got
one?
driver.
You get a +1 to anything you're doing?
Yes. A +1 going while driving.
Yeah.
So acting on fire is
Cool.
cool. So that's a +2 then.
Ooh. Yeah,
9, 10, 11.
As you pull out, the car kind of rises up slightly as you kind of hear the thud and kind of and like crunch, like crackling on a pork joint as the car goes over the creature, and you leave a kind of green tire trail away from this crushed thing, and Eric follows on the motorcycle. So
Nice driving, Vincent.
Thank you.
I
Bang.
hope they haven't destroyed all the car washes. I'm sure the undercarriage is going to be quite gross.
Thank you, Morgan, for that image.
so you were heading towards the goth clothing store, was it?
Yes, well,
I think so.
Where
it's
you
included. It's private. There are other cloaks I can borrow.
yeah, the as you pull up, there is one of the shop assistants. What you can see working in seems blissfully unaware about any chaos.
Eric is wondering why they're taking this turn, but he's still following. He doesn't know where they're going.
Oh, hello, Sophia. It's a few guests. I need to procure a different cloak, and then we're going to play with some magic in the back. All right?
Going to play with some magic? Obviously she's a mundane, a muggle, if you will. I just forgot, what were your moves? Just as quick.
Oh, well, I happen to be unnaturally appealing, and I am immortal. Plus, I have that dark past, which we explored before.
I missed that unnaturally appealing one.
Yes, yes, I am
But
appealing.
he's been kind enough not to use it on you. She. Yes. The Sophia is like, this is a store. You can't. I mean, she's kind of looking a bit confused. Like, she knows you're around here a lot, but she's like, doesn't really know why. But, and you have to pay for the robes.
Of course. I'm one of your best customers, Sophia. Well, we just need the back for a brief period. Some potential customers here.
So you're trying to manipulate her with the
Yes.
customers
Certainly am.
of sales.
Let's see how that goes. Well, it's a +3 to manipulate someone with weird, because I'm unnaturally appealing. Oh, thank goodness I am, because that is a 9.
Does anyone want to help her?
Yes. I will bring out my wallet, my well-filled wallet. Like, oh yeah, of course we're paying for this. How much was it? That should cover it, right? I'll roll a help roll. Help is on cool. A 13.
Yeah. She's like, her eyes kind of go slightly unfocused, and she's like, "Of course. Could I get you a drink? Do you want me to leave?"
Do you have any whiskey?
She kind of like nods, goes to till, takes some money, and then goes out, walks out of the shop to go buy whiskey in a daze.
Excellent work, Vincent. I'm very impressed.
I think that was mostly you.
Would we like to have a bio break? This is with. I know
get
Jack
back for it.
just joined us, but
I'm
Also,
good.
I need to step out and get back in because my lower third is not working anymore
Let's take a quick
today.
a few minutes to
Okay.
bio and get new drinks and such.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll be here.
For a second there, I thought I'd forgotten to do harm rolls, but that is not in Monster of the Week. That is good.
You can make it.
Oh, you're very quiet. I think you've got your mic up in the air. You're doing an Alex.
Yes. I said you might make it a thing.
I could. I like the simplicity of just, this is the harm, minus armor. So, having a little bit of a randomness into the thing is kind of fun as well.
Yes.
I'll look into that for next time. Off the top of my head, I can't remember the specifics of the harm move in Apocalypse World.
No. I would need to shoot this roll.
It's probably 10 plus something, then 7 to 9 something, and then on a miss. Other than that.
On a miss, it's fine.
Oh yeah,
I know
on a miss.
rolling low was good.
Hmm. Two more. How was the LARP, by the way?
Good. It was good fun.
Cool.
But we started a bit later, so it ran a bit longer. But we had some interesting scenes. My character, well, no, my character's girlfriend broke up with him, and he ended up with someone else. But she was the new girlfriend's a model, so hey.
So an upgrade?
Yes. So it's a bit of an open relationship.
His choice? Oh.
He doesn't have a lot of choice in the matter. It's just.
Yeah.
What LARP did you play? Was it Under My Skin?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Yes. And so did Jules.
Well, I knew she will love it.
And she was running it.
She
or
didn't
facilitating it.
Yeah.
She will need to tell me everything about it.
Yes.
All the things.
I will tell her to tell you everything about it.
Yay. Good.
Doggy!
Small doggy. She's cute.
We have Morgan back.
Someone is doing some clicking and it's making like a weird noise.
I was jiggling around in my chair for a moment, so it's probably me. I did say I was going to change chair to have one that wasn't a annoying
It's a
leather.
mouse clicking.
It's a mouse clicking.
Yep.
It's like a click and then a plunk.
It has to be Alex because, you know, nobody else. I wasn't doing anything. It wasn't obviously you because you said it's somebody and Rich is muted, so it has to be Alex.
Click something, Alex.
Click something? Okay.
Yes. Yes, it's you.
That's it.
It's quite loud noise, actually. That's interesting.
Oh, now it's not like it's not giving the feedback afterwards anymore. I just hear click, 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 click now instead
Maybe I kept
click.
clicking and didn't let a pause happen afterwards.
Maybe if you alt up or something like that, like. No, that's not it. There's some weird noise sometimes.
I'm trying.
Anyway, good to go.
Yeah, we're all back. I'll stop dancing in my chair. You are at the what was the name of the store?
Native
Morgan?
son. Sorry.
No, you moved from the Native Son. That was the
Oh, right. Yes.
that was the vegan store that was a
Oh,
cover
the
for
Gothic
magical
store.
supplies.
Yes, the Gothic store, the Gothic clothing store.
Yes, there's a Gothic clothing store that Morgan calls home, much to the confusion of the people who work there. And I guess calls her personal wardrobe as well. So
Well, it's not as if I sweat. I return it cleaned.
what about the top you're wearing now?
Well, unfortunately, this one's ruined, so I'll have to find a new cloak. But they happen to have several that fit.
So you will pay for this one?
Eventually, absolutely. At some point.
Well, Vince put some
Eric
money
is
on
browsing
the
as
counter.
well.
Eric is browsing Gothic clothes. That is so cool.
Yes.
I assume that Vincent feels quite out of place in here.
Yep.
With all these other goths and...
I'm not
True.
sure where Morgan is doing her changing though.
Oh, yeah. Where do you do changing?
Well, I mean, there's no reason for it's just bodies, so right here. We'll go ahead and slip out of the cloak. And, you know, if that has an effect, then it has an effect.
I think that will still get some raised eyebrows from Vince.
Better than ignoring it.
So, yeah, were you just changing out in the open, did you say?
Yes.
Do Eric and Vincent, do you turn away?
Nope.
Eric just.
I'm sort of gaping.
Eric just continues browsing and doesn't really notice or make any kind of sign that he's noticed.
Well, you only have one love, and she's gone.
Exactly.
She couldn't compare to Shelley.
No.
You have a few memories of Shelley while you're browsing.
I
Yeah,
have
so
to
you've got
admit
this-
that Morgan looks a lot better without the makeup. Underneath.
Thank you.
I just want to ask one question about the changing. Morgan, do you make direct eye contact with Vincent while you're doing this?
Unwavering, direct eye contact.
I just wanted to check that. So you have this store to yourself now. Sophia's left to go and get whiskey with money from the till. You have your magical supplies. You outside there is the motorbike with a maggot inside and a weird beetle in the boot of the car with presumably a maggot inside that.
Let's not talk about that.
And you've got your, as I say, you've got your magical supplies, mandrake and special herbs.
Yes. Well, without further ado, Branwen, if you'll assist me, and Eric,
Yes.
if you could retrieve the maggot, let us get to work.
Yeah, I'll just go and get it now.
So,
So
what
I'm
do I
helping
do?
out. Keep us safe while we are concentrating on the magic.
all right. Anything for the ladies?
Eric.
Thank you.
Oh, Eric's left the room to go and get the maggot.
And he comes back with a maggot. Or does he?
Here it
He's
is.
taking this seriously.
Eric, could you
I got the bag to took the whole bag out. Of
Oh,
it.
okay.
So, yeah.
Then you don't need to do a roll. Clever.
I don't touch it more than I did when I got out of the werewolf.
So, no.
So Alex, this is still help out roll, even if it's big magic thing.
You can do a help out on big magic. The
Yes.
big magic is still just a magic roll, but
Okay.
requires some more supplies, which you've got. It will also, Morgan, you believe it will require possibly an hour of meditation with the maggot in, whoever decides to let it inside.
What?
Be me.
Someone has to let it inside? Why didn't you say that earlier?
Because you would probably try to stop us from doing that.
How about if
Damn right
I
I
go
will.
and get the werewolf?
Wait, you mean the werewolf that you cut open?
Well, I guess we need someone alive, so...
Wait. So,
Sophia arrives back with a bottle of whiskey.
For example, your friend, Vincent. You can tell me where he is and we can use his body. He deserves to die horribly.
I won't dispute that at all, Eric. However, the subject needs to take control, and I don't wish to have werewolf wrest control of this abomination. So
look.
Okay. But I feel better now. I can do it.
Can you guarantee me that you can get it out again?
No.
Yeah, your memory is a little bit iffy on that spell, on that side of the spell.
I'm not putting you at risk, Vincent.
Well, fuck it. It's my cousin.
I said I could do it. I have nothing to lose.
Hey, that works for me.
Darkness there and nothing more.
All right. Well, Eric, if you're entirely sure.
I feel much better after you healed me.
Well, I trust that you are an adult, and if you wish to sacrifice yourself, I cannot guarantee that we can withdraw this from you.
As long as you promise to stop this thing, if I don't come back.
Wait, Eric. Come on, we're practically family. You know,
Well,
through a few conduits, we're family. We're family. You sure about this?
yeah, I'm sure.
What if it goes wrong?
Well, then I've done what I could.
What do we do with you? Like, what if we can't? If they're saying like we might not be able to.
Well, you have to stop me if you take control over me. You have to stop me.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Well then.
You see a few
Then we've
tears.
got that clear.
A few tears on Brandon's cheek, and she goes there to hug you. I thank you.
You're sure, right? I mean, I will do it if.
No, this is why I've kept going this long, to do something good, to save other people. This seemed to be worth it. So, how do we do this?
Well, you need to eat a maggot.
I feel that about.
The specifics that you remember were to combine all the ingredients in some liquid of some sort, which will be then infused with magic by somebody with magical abilities and a short incantation, and then the resulting liquid will be drank by the target, and then whatever parasite it is, it should be allowed to enter the person, however that parasite enters people. Followed by about an hour of meditation to keep control.
It's not a quick operation. First, we must create a concoction that will be used to coat the lining of your insides. And then you will be infested, and after an hour you should have control over it and hopefully over more of the host.
Okay, just don't tell me the details, just do it.
Oh, alright. Well, just sit down and read the
I
magazine.
agree.
Yeah, Sophie is just standing there in the doorway holding the whiskey.
Yep, I'll have some whiskey.
I'll have some whiskey as well.
Yeah, why can't we use that whiskey as the liquid? At least you should be able to, enjoy it if that would happen to be your last drink.
Sounds like a good idea.
Eric, in case you don't make it, and in case you do make it, a toast to you. Cheers.
Right.
Okay.
This
Shall
better
we
work.
get to work? Morgan, let me know what to do.
I will guide her in assisting me as we create the concoction together that Eric will need to imbibe. I assume this is big magic at this point?
Oh no, that's a 5. I'm not helping out.
You're not very helpful.
No,
Not
I'm not.
Do I have to put the maggot up somewhere else? Is that going to be the
So,
side effect?
big magic. Tell the keeper what you want to do. The keeper may require activities, and then if you meet the requirements, then the magic takes effect. It does not appear there's a roll.
You have, on your end, there is no roll needed. You know how to make this thing. You managed to get the ingredients. You have concocted.
Well, there we go. I'll try to add in a bit of lemon and some spices to make it taste good.
Nothing is gonna make that taste good.
Oh, the alcohol will be fine. It's the maggot that will taste terrible.
Just put some extra whiskey in it, will you?
All right. Well, you need to keep your wits about you, Eric. You're sure that there are no extra holes in your gut from before? Because I don't want it leaking out.
I think I'm okay.
All right.
I'll allow a healing spell if you want to just fix him up to the tip-top condition before the...
Oh, well, I can do that. Here we go. Oh, just barely. That's an 8, which means there's an unwanted side effect. What glitch? I think I take some harm, because I certainly don't want any unwelcome attention.
Yeah, you kind of, as you kind of draw the damage kind of away, you kind of Eric's kind of all his cuts and scratches fade away from Eric, and the exact mirror of the scratches appear on you for one harm.
Ouch.
It stings for a moment, but manageable.
All right. Well, everything is prepared, Eric. It is time for you to drink and then be invested.
Okay.
You
Wish
just
me luck. He just downs it and just struggles a bit to keep it down, and for
Yeah.
a few minutes.
yeah. You feel the your stomach kind of start to calm down after the concoction settles. You are
I hope I don't have to do that anymore, and just once.
the motorcycle bag wriggles slightly.
If I knew this, I would have found a smaller maggot.
You only feel it for a few minutes, and then you'll be fine.
Okay. So what do I do?
I'll get the creature out of the bag, and
I'll get it.
all right. Well,
You focus on your voodoo stuff. I'll get the thing out of the bag.
Yeah. How do you just dump it out in front of him, or?
I guess I will sort of present the bag, like I'll hold it up and then go like looking away from it.
Eric, you're greeted with the foot-long or 30-centimeter long maggot. It's kind of writhing lethargically, sluggishly inside the thing. But then, as the bag opens, and possibly your scent hits it, it kind of twitches, and then flings itself at your face for your mouth.
I think as it's going in, Vincent is just going to go like.
Yeah. Yeah. Eric, the urge to vomit this thing out is very strong, but it's pushing its way in, and you can feel your throat kind of expanding painfully as it just goes in. And after a couple of minutes, the thin end of the tail just finally disappears down its mouth, and you can at least talk again if your voice box is really sore and croaky.
I think I'm sitting on my knees on the floor now and just kind of gagging and coughing and can't talk.
The most that comes up if you try and vomit is it's like a speckle of blood. Because, you can kind of start to sense somebody else's thoughts. It's kind of like a scramble of thousands of thoughts, but directed. There's one voice over all of this. And I would like a act under pressure, because you can feel the voices trying to control you, trying to make you do their will, to join the hive.
Okay, if someone can roll for me, add +1.
I'll roll.
Yeah.
I hope you have pluses.
I got 1.
1 is enough for a 7.
Yeah. Well.
You kind of feel you kind of almost you feel like something is controlling your body. You feel yourself standing up against your will, and your hands really want to go for your weapons, but your force of will is stopping it. But you feel your head turning around and kind of taking in the store, and your mouth start to move against your will. So that's where you are. Your voice says, this is where you're hiding. Well, one of you has joined the family. I hope to see you all soon. You feel like your will. Suddenly you kind of like take control back of your body.
Look, forget about it. I'm already in a family.
I think it's trying to control me, but I can
I
sense
think it's trying
the
to
queen.
communicate. You realized that you were talking, right?
Yes. I think it's the queen. Do I kind of get the sense of where she is? Or?
You get the feeling of underground and moving fast through a tunnel.
Okay.
And you also get the feeling of converging on a spot. Like everything moving to one place.
Yes, I tell the group this, and I don't know how long I can fight her, so we should probably, do something quick. So, yeah.
You hear a deep kind of rumble beneath the earth. You can't really hear it, but you feel it.
Just me? Or Eric?
Everyone.
Everyone, okay.
You were quiet for too long. Bad things happen when you're quiet.
I think she's underneath, so I think she's coming for us.
Well,
She knows where.
You need to assert control. Please reach out. You have access, as she does to you.
do
Can
something.
I kind of fight her or something in this?
Yes.
I believe you could try and... Well, I'm open to suggestions, but the first thing that comes to mind is manipulating.
Yeah. Can't really use any weapons. So.
You definitely can't use a weapon. Well, any...
I think I have really bad charm though, so... Oh. No, just 0. Well, I guess I try to manipulate to get a bit more control.
How do you try and... What kind of... Just strength of will? Kind of like... Or are we talking... Or...
Yeah. I think so. I just kind of channel all my anger and grief and darkness into, this force, and to try to control her.
And then you manipulate.
Someone roll.
Okay, I'll do it.
I have 0 charm.
7. 7 then.
7.
7?
There is a...
Okay.
You feel you could take control over the swarm. You feel you could do that. You feel you could take control. You could be the king of the swarm. You could rule everything. Everyone could bow down beneath the horde. Or you could not.
I control it. I need to control the whole, to stop them or stop her.
You feel empowered. You feel strong. You feel like you are the king of the swarm now. Look at the people around you. Look how weak they are. How strong they could be if they just joined you. Act under pressure to not.
Fight this.
Who's nearest to you? Who's nearest to Eric at the moment?
Vincent, because he gave me the. Oh, okay.
Oh, yep.
Yep, that makes sense. Vincent would be right there.
There was a difficult choice. Shows quite poorly, but yes. Act under pressure to not call your maggot horde to
Okay, to kind of get out of that. Oh, I can control everyone, and to be in. Roll, someone.
Do you really want me to do this again? Okay.
Yep.
Keep rolling sevens. That's a 6. I hope you have bonuses.
No.
Really now?
I need to go and check on.
Eric, your family have arrived. Oh, we might have to have a little pause for a moment. Can Eric hear us?
Pause.
I think not.
I don't
Or
think
at least Eric is muted, so even if he can, then...
I don't think Eric can hear us. Oh, yes.
What did it say?
Yes, Eric, your family have arrived. The maggots start like pouring out of ventilation shafts, out of drains in the street. One of them quickly and easily just crawls up into Sophia, and is halfway up her, going for her mouth. And the walls are slowly kind of spreading out over the walls around you.
Yeah, just think of all the innocent people I can save and all the bad people I can get rid of.
Yeah.
This is the best outcome, really.
How are you guys? It seems Eric is kind of losing this battle of, or he's kind of half winning the battle, but losing himself.
I rolled a 10 plus on my love letter.
You did.
And I called in some favors that can come to the rescue at a time of my choosing. I think now would be a good time.
Yeah. So I'm assuming you kind of called in before the ritual started, maybe. Like.
Oh yeah, that's what I did. That was what I was doing while I was away.
I'm
just hoping that they're coming in now.
Oh, they are. They are. You suddenly hear like gunfire as men in suits are suddenly see them in the streets fighting back against these maggots and the monsters with like machine guns and shotguns and some of the swarm kind of gets diverted outside, away from you. Kind of seems like a distraction just at the right moment. Sophia is still got one on her, and she just stands there holding, well, her hand out as if she was holding a bottle, but holding nothing.
Thank you ever so much, Sophia. You should take cover, perhaps in a closet or something.
She starts just straight away walking fast towards the closet. Maggot's still on her chest, crawling up.
Oh. I will stop the maggot?
In what way?
Reach out and grab it with my hand?
Is the aim just to grab hold of it, or to kill it, or?
Grab hold of it. How large is it? That it's bigger than a bread box?
It's a small bread box, 20 centimeters.
Can you tell me with your hands? I'm not very good with your metric system. Oh. Yes, I just snatch it off.
Yes, act under pressure?
Sure. Why not? Do realize this, if I fail, will probably be the last time I try to help anyone, because it's just too great a cost to me, personally. All right. Yes, that would be a failure.
That's a failure?
Yes.
It launches itself. Actually, no. As you grab for it, it darts up her and into her mouth, into Sophia's mouth, and she kind of like almost falls, like twitching, but then kind of rights herself, and then lunges at you.
Oh, well, wonderful.
I have no grudges to shooting Sophia.
You shoot her?
Yes.
She's not looking at you. Bullet just goes through her head. And she just kind of slumps over the counter, spraying some of the beautiful clothing with her blood. Branwen, what are you doing at the moment? There's a battlefield war versus maggots out in the street.
Oh, it's
Eric,
supposed
Vincent
to
just
go.
shot.
I want to burn the maggots, but I don't really dare to start the fire inside this clothing store. So they are outside too.
Eric, you feel a twinge of control kind of coming back. You can feel like kind of a wrestling of wills between you and another mind. But you can roll back towards yourself, you know. You don't think, you know. You're not thinking of the maggots as family anymore for the moment.
Okay. I'm losing control over this. This is really bad. I think you just have to stop me.
Branwen, Morgan, I think this is your cue. Do your stuff. Wave your fingers. Do something.
Can
I
you
don't.
take it out?
I don't want to hurt you, Eric. You seem to be.
Well, or else I'm gonna hurt everyone.
Can we use you as a conduit? Perhaps we can hurt the Queen through you. There is a connection. Come, Branwen, we should work together. I think that we can do this. It could also impact you, Eric, but you took this on knowingly.
Okay.
Just hurry.
What do you want me to do? What's your plan?
We're going to attack the conduit. We'll use magic. We'll hurt
With
it
fire?
with fire.
Okay. Okay, let's do it. Eric, I'm so sorry.
Eric is momentarily kind of woozy and doesn't hear. It kind of seems His eyes flicker back, but then he focuses again.
Okay, so I'm saying it again, Eric. I'm so sorry.
I think I will hold Eric's arms back.
You will?
Eric is fine with it. He doesn't want to hurt anyone.
We'll get you out of this, man.
Just hurry, I feel I'm losing control again.
Let's do this.
Yes, let's do it. Fire magic.
Should we do 2 separate use magic rolls here, both of us attacking, or should one assist the other?
Are you, what is your, because Branwyn mentioned fire magic.
Yes. Fire, because we need to kill it with fire.
Are you, where is that fire magic aimed at?
Eric? Because
Yes,
I figured that is
I
the plan.
believe, yes, there's a connection between the two of them. So as we attack, we attack through the conduit. It may impact both sides of the portal, but the desire is to destroy the queen, of course.
Okay, and what is the result of that roll? I mean, I think you've got quite a few bonuses.
If it's a magic, that's a 9.
9. Well, the
And
you
I
can
guess
choose a glitch.
Morgan is helping.
Oh yeah, Morgan, are you helping? To avoid a
that
glitch?
was my question. Should we have 2 separate attacks, or should I be assisting? I'm not very good at assisting. I'm better at being selfish.
Well, I think an assist, a help roll, but you are basically just doing the same thing.
All right.
Just your combined efforts.
All right.
I
am
can
using
assist
magic.
as well, every way.
Well, I think because
That'll be
she's already rolled
for assisting that.
the first
Hmm.
one. This is the fire. So if you do the help out.
Okay.
All right. That's an 8 for me.
Good enough.
Good enough. Yeah, you the fire. Where specifically do you aim it on, Eric? Do you just
I go towards the heart for some reason. And you can see me crying while I do this.
I'm aiming for the worm itself, for the maggot.
But the maggot is inside him.
Yes.
Do it.
the fire kind of starts to engulf Eric as you hear like a crack in the street.
I'm holding him. This is not good.
Yeah, you're, it's more like the spell is heating him up rather than fully igniting him. So it's like his temperature is rising as you push the heat at him.
I
There's
will
another
keep
crack
holding
in
him
the street.
as well as I can.
You see a large chunk of asphalt fly out from the ground in the street as Ty climbs out onto the road and starts walking towards the shop. He is smouldering slightly as he walks, his head down. As he passes Vince's car, he swats it aside, knocking it over.
Hey!
Eric, by the way, 2 damage from the fire. Vincent, you're not getting any damage yet, but it is hurting to hold Eric.
Fair enough.
Eric, you need to fight the queen. Bronwyn, come. Let's burn the original source.
Yeah. Eric's trying to
Tyler?
side.
So what is Eric trying to do?
Fights the queen with his mind internally.
Yeah.
That sounds like a used magic.
Yeah. I'll yeah. You're trying to use
I do have one weird, so.
You're trying to use the spell that's kind of been cast on you. Trying to, So somebody could roll a weird. +1 weird.
I'll do it. That's much better than the last time. That's a 10 altogether if you had one.
I have one, yes.
Yeah. As Ty is like approaching the door and like grabbing it by the frame and just literally flinging the door away, he like takes one step into the shop and then Eric's force of will kind of holds him in place. And Ty is kind of suddenly furious, but just all his muscles straining as he can't take another step. All the maggots as well are kind of twitching and just not moving any further from where they are. As the gangsters outside continue just to mow them down. One enterprising fellow is actually commandeered a garbage truck and is just running it up and down outside.
Can I choose my effect? That one. Do I choose? Can I choose an effect on that one? Then use magic.
Oh,
You chose for me.
I assumed actually I assumed it was to try and take control of the horde.
Yeah.
I think I would allow another roll if you want to try and do something, but first I would like, while you're choosing what that would be, that effect that you try and do now, is how would the other people be reacting?
Oh.
Yeah.
Morgan's moving up to interpose herself. She's going to face off with Ty and attempt to drain some of his life.
And Vincent, I think Eric seems to be a bit more in control of himself. He's seems a bit clearer. I mean, he's kind of smouldering slightly from his chest, but not on fire.
Awesome. Then I think I should help outside as well.
Branwyn?
I am feeling very clueless. I don't want to hurt Ty. I do realize that that's really not Ty at the moment, but I don't want to do it.
Well, you see Morgan go forth, and do you drain with touch?
I do.
Yeah. You see Morgan approach and drain in the way she does drain, and a life force from Ty. You can see him kind of go slightly pale as she does it.
I will drop down on my knees and cry, and I will just yell, "I love you, Tyler. I'm so sorry." Close my eyes and attack with fire.
And what was Eric trying to do?
He was trying to kick the queen out from Ty, from the inside.
Okay, yeah. I have another magic roll. Use magic.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Roll.
So that's
I
for
got it.
Eric. Okay.
I got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
You can do my rolls from now on, Jan.
Yeah.
+1. 12.
Ty kind of starts to kind of shake, and suddenly there's a kind of wet slap that Branwen that you hear as you fire the flames, crying. And the thing pops in the flames of your magic. And Ty is standing there.
So it doesn't hit Tyler.
It doesn't hit Tyler. Tyler's standing there, kind of. Huh?
And that thing is burning, definitely.
Yeah.
I still fire a few rounds at it
Babe?
to make sure.
Oh, you do what?
I still fire a few rounds into it just to be sure.
Okay. He kind of like steps back quickly. He's like, Vince, what the fuck?
Guys, that's really you?
Why am I in a goth store?
I will just run to him and hug him as hard as I ever can. Squeeze him, like, seriously.
Eric, you still have the thing inside you.
Oh, crap.
You feel you've got full control over the this horde, and you feel, you know, like you can make them do whatever without losing control yourself. But the thing inside you, yeah.
I make, well, all the maggots kind of come out of their hosts and come back to me.
Yeah,
And,
you can see like the creatures that the mob are fighting outside suddenly like all just fall over dead as the maggots crawl out of them into the store. Ty like jumps again out of the way of the stream of maggots as they're approaching Eric.
and I just get them to, lie around me, and everyone get out and just burn down this place.
But you can't
You're
do
in
that.
it.
There's no hope for me. It's inside me. It's not gonna come out. This is the only way to stop it. If you don't have any.
Fucking will.
We
Magic
will
him!
follow.
Magic him!
Yeah, babe, can't you magic him or anything? Something? Do one of those spells.
I don't know. Morgan, do you think we could try to do some kind of spell to just blow that thing up inside of him so that, I don't know.
If the Queen is destroyed, will they go mad, or will they lose? What I know of it is that if there is nothing to control them, then they will run amok. Is that not correct?
Now I've rounded up every single
Yeah,
bit of, so if we take out everything at once, there's not going to be anything to go amok.
If you're in control, can you not act as a Pied Piper, lead them to a warehouse, we destroy them, and then we can deal with the one left inside you?
I like that much better.
Well, I guess we can try, but I don't know how long I'll be in control. So, if you
I promise
take
I
that
will
risk.
end you if it fails. If you feel that you are losing control, then we will do what needs to be done. But if there is a way to save you, Eric, I would like to do it.
Okay, but as soon as I tell you to, you
I'll
stop it.
shoot you.
Yes. You have my word.
So do you know any place we could send them to?
Down by the docks, there are a number of warehouses. As long as we can pull them away from people, we can burn
Okay.
them.
A large kind of overweight guy in a suit with greased back hair is like in the doorway behind Tyler and is like, Vinny,
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess we're square.
You're good. We're good. Forget about it.
And you know,
And send my
next time
regards
you
to
need a
Dad.
favor, yeah, don't call.
You.
You are into some messed up shit.
Is that the guy?
You don't know the half of it, dude.
Is he the werewolf guy?
Sadly not.
Ah.
Yeah, I think cut to burning warehouse with oozing pops, and it's like it kind of sounds like wet popcorn being made as the building goes up in flames.
Nice.
Eric looks a bit pale, and maybe and his stomach is making some pretty nasty sounds.
Girls?
I think you have to hurry.
Morgan, what do you think if we would heal him? Maybe the parasite couldn't take that.
Can we cut it out of him? Tyler says.
That's not a half bad idea.
Which one? Cutting it out or healing him?
Oh,
Just make sure you kill it as well.
yes.
I mean,
We'll cut it out of him.
Oh god. Well, Eric knows how to do some do-it-yourself surgery thing.
Yes, but I think a staple gun and duct tape might not work on. But
You can use my axe.
well, I did try.
I've got a knife that's a bit more subtle, dude.
Okay, so if
It's a good axe. It's magic. That's fine.
somebody's cutting it out, somebody else should be ready to heal him before he bleeds out.
of course.
Just
So
hurry. You can feel
we-
it take over.
we could use magic to cut it out, and the other one could use magic to heal. I can do the healing part. I'm better at that.
All right. Hand me the knife. Let's get to it, Vincent.
The sun is rising
Sure.
over the car park outside.
You still have
the
that
factory.
whiskey.
Are you
Vincent?
sure you can do this? What?
We
Vincent,
don't
do you
have
still have the
time.
whiskey?
Yes. There's
Eric
some
has
left,
some.
so
Give me the bottle.
go ahead.
He just drinks
And
as much, yeah, the rest of the bottle.
catch you on the flip side. Keep your eyes closed and your teeth closed as well.
Okay, just get this over with.
Morgan, you are cutting him open
Yes.
and removing.
Yes. Yes. Well, I imagine it would be in the abdominal cavity. And so, well.
Eric just passed out.
Eric
Oh, we've
passes
lost
out.
him. I'm so sorry. We've lost Eric.
You better act quickly before you lose him. He's fading.
I don't.
As soon as the thing is out, I try to heal.
All right.
Let's see if we can get it out.
That's a 9.
Do you need me to roll anything?
Yes. I would like you cutting it out with magic.
All right. I'll use weird. Ah, excellent. That would be a 10.
Wow.
A thin slice just opens up in Eric, and the maggot just like gets pulled out and just float into a little floating sphere of energy.
Blam.
As Eric just shoots it out of the without any warning.
Vince.
And Yona. What Yona? Who's Yona? Branwen uses her
9.
healing forces, which was a 10.
9.
A 9. So she's a little bit rattled. So, but she seals it up.
Oh, thank God.
I guess I won't be seeing Shelley yet. Not today.
I will turn to Ty and go like, well, good to have you back in the land of the living.
Yeah, I feel I missed a few things.
Good to have you back, Ty.
Did I save the world?
No, we did. Sorry.
Really.
You're not getting
You
any
kind
glory
of-
for this.
Tried to end the world.
Damn. That. Not really my calling.
You're definitely the chosen one, Pikachu.
Yes. And he grins.
You're going to work on your moves.
Yeah, I guess I got some training still to go. But maybe a little pause on the training for a few days.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
That's good.
my stomach is wicked painful.
Oh. I'm just so happy you're back.
I think more than a maggoty bug army to take me out.
Apparently
Should
so.
more.
You know what? Let's go for some pina coladas at my place.
Yes. Let's do that.
And the camera,
Okay.
I think, zooms up into the sky as you drive away with a song about
Sunset.
playing.
Sorry?
Hey, I don't have that set up to play, but
If
I
you
love
like
pina
pina coladas. Na, 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 na,
More in the
na.
rain. And the credits roll.
Yay! We saved the world. I'm Ty.
Yay! I was
Yay.
so
Thank
sure we
goodness.
were
Thank
gonna
goodness
just
character didn't
end the
die.
whole world.
We saved you, Andrea.
And
Great.
then we get the happily ever after ending.
Yeah.
Yay! If
Well,
he was
there is still the matter of the devil.
Hmm?
There is
Yeah,
still
oh
the
yeah,
matter of the devil.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Vincent's definitely going to get taken to hell with or have his soul taken. Like, that's a problem for another day.
Yes.
Next season on Monster of the Week.
Spin-off.
That was so much fun. Thank you for running, Alex.
Yes, thanks, Alex. That was
That was
super cool.
good.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you very much. Monster of the Week can be found on DriveThruRPG or the Evil Hat store. Just search for Evil Hat. I think it's evilhat.com. It is a super fun, action-packed game, and I'm not sure how you're going to get Alex to run it for you, but you totally should. And thanks, everybody, for playing. Next week, we begin a series of Primetime Adventures, 3rd edition. So do please check that out, and I will be the producer for that one. So I'm pretty excited. It's one of my top 5 RPGs, so I'm super excited. No pressure. All right. Thanks, everybody.